Welcome to another segment of AutoCrit's Coffee Break. My name is Bekah Brinkmeier, best-selling author and author coach here at AutoCrit, and I am so thrilled to be joined by Kathryn Dodson today. Kathryn, welcome.
Thanks. It's wonderful to be here.
It's just so fun to have this opportunity here as, you're a part of our AutoCrit Pro community. And it's just so fun for me on this end of it to be able to talk to our members about the books that they've written and see the kinds of cool things that everyone is involved in. So you're on the spotlight. Tell me about your books. What inspired
Absolutely.
you?
Yeah. So all of my books, although I write in multiple genres, all of my books are really about women who've kind of been kicked around a little bit and they have to save themselves to do whatever they need to do. Like I have a mystery series to sort of solve a crime. She's got to get out of her own way. And that one is a series. I've got 3 books out right now. The 4th book is coming out later this year. I've also got a thriller and a couple of women's fiction books. There's another one of those coming out this year. They're different genres, but the theme is really the same. It's like, how are you going to get past everything that's been thrown at you so that you can really go after your goals and become who you're supposed to be?
So I love that you write in multiple genres because I do as well. I cannot be constrained by just one. But I really appreciate those themes it sounds like the theme of resilience, the theme of overcoming all of these challenges of survival, that those play a big role in all of your books across genre.
That's really true. And also, all the characters go on to do really big things, whether it's combat climate change or, my mysteries are set on the border. So there's these huge, like, cross-border international challenges that come up. And so, yeah, so the theme really works, in my opinion.
Yeah. No, I love that you're tackling these big real life issues in your fiction. I think that there's a large market for that. We want to see people overcoming, we want to see people accomplishing. And the fact that you have these strong women at the helm, I love it. So amazing. Who would you say is your ideal reader?
So I'm Gen X. So honestly, a lot of Gen X readers who, are in a book club who like to read everything from Jack Reacher mysteries to Kristen Hanna books. I mean, I really kind of see that as my audience. In some ways, it's like I write for the people in my book club. So
Fantastic. So, as we know, you have multiple books out. I have multiple books out. Every author has a moment when it comes to editing. We all
just
we all
one.
have yes, we all have our challenges.
Hmm.
What's one common maybe writing or editing struggle that you used to face that you feel like you've now overcome kind of as you've had more books come onto the market?
So I would say for me, I'm always trying to stretch myself as a writer. So, like, my last mystery is very much kind of the type that's from, an Agatha Christie. There's all these different people that could have done it, right? There's different things. And so, being able to really understand kind of the genre I'm writing at, what I'm trying to accomplish when I edit. Like, even when I wrote my first mystery, what really is a mystery, right? What are all the parts? Because sometimes you write something and it goes a different direction. And so just
True.
making sure that you've nailed that down all the way through. That's one of the things I use AutoCrit for, because they have such great chapter summaries. And so you can kind of go through and make sure you're on target all the way through, because you want to meet reader expectations.
Yes, yes, I say that in all of the classes that I teach is that, I do not believe that my books are for everyone. Everyone who has access to them can
Yeah.
read them, but my books are for a specific audience, and I want to
Mhm.
meet their expectations because as much as I love telling stories, and I will always tell stories, storytelling is in my blood. I also enjoy writing a book that sells. So
Right.
I want to make sure that we're
Right.
meeting
And
those
one that your
expectations.
readers enjoy. I mean, that's so
Yeah.
important. That's great.
So Many aspiring authors struggle with consistency. Many established authors, myself included, also struggle with consistency. What
Hmm.
is one practical tip or habit that you have put into place for either your writing process, plotting, drafting, or even just staying motivated as you work through your publication schedule?
So I'm one of those people that has to have a goal, right? So I
Hmm.
have a weekly writing goal. And I just realized this year that it used to be a number of words per day and it was every day. And then I realized that that's kind of this never ending thing. And so when I changed it based on another author's recommendation to 5 days a week, it's so great because then I'm like, okay, only 2 more days and I get 2 days off, right? It's not this, oh my God, I have 300 days left to write this number of words a day. And for some reason, that's been incredibly motivating. So,
Oh, I can see it. I think it feels just more achievable when you're on the weekly basis, when you're like 300 more days of this.
well,
300, yeah.
yeah, and I actually doubled my word count, my daily word count. So I'm writing more per week in fewer days.
Amazing. That's what we
So,
are all aspiring to do. I found that when started, I don't know if you're a sprinter. I will preach Pomodoro sprints till the end of time. But when I instituted my Pomodoro method, I saw my word count go up by at least a third. And it's only gone up since then because I got more efficient at it. But for whatever reason, that 23 minutes is is my sweet spot, is sprinting for 23 minutes, breaking for 3 is that is what speaks to my brain. I don't know why. In fact, it's probably better if I don't unpack why, because then I might undo it. But
I'm
we,
another, yeah, big Pomodoro fan. I do 25 and 5, you
yeah,
know.
like for whatever reason, it hits just right. And I'm like, oh, I can do 4 Pomodoros, no problem. But if I told myself I'm going to write for an hour and 25 minutes, I might be like, fine. So, we both use AutoCrit. There are so many different reports inside of
Yeah.
AutoCrit, from pacing to dialogue
Yep.
tags, repetition. My favorite, which is tense consistency, because I know my problem.
Right.
Is there a specific AutoCrit report that you always run on your work that is your
So I
favorite?
always run most of them. I mean, AutoCrit's a big
Mhm.
part of my editing, and so I go through and look at all of the different things, um, sentence like all of that stuff. But what I really appreciate the most, I mean, that's just a regular part of my editing, but the chapter summaries are just everything to me because I
Mhm.
actually take them all out, pare them down, and then use that to help me in the next step with marketing and blurb writing and all those other things because I tend to be biased when I think about my book
Mhm.
instead of what's actually on the page in each chapter, right? And so
So
that
true.
is just this, beyond even the editing, which I think is really important. That's something that helps me even after the book is written and I go forward with my marketing.
That's fantastic. I use all of our timeline analysis is really important to me. I imagine that's also important to you in mystery because
Yes.
timeline matters a lot
Yes.
in mystery. Oh my goodness. So I would love to hear about your book. I want you to pick whichever one you want to highlight and pretend that we just met at a book club and you just told me you're an author. And I
Mm-hmm.
asked that question that everyone asks us. Oh, what do you write? So sell that book to me and to our audience.
Absolutely. So I'm going to choose Tequila Midnight, which is the first in my mystery series,
Hmm.
and it's set on the U.S. Mexico border, and the main character is in this kind of almost a dead end job. It's very dangerous. She's working on both sides of the border. But then she gets asked to I will get paid to find the daughter of this very wealthy Mexican man whose daughter has vanished. And
Oh,
so
wow.
she goes after her, but then she learns that the people who are trying to keep her hidden are just as dangerous as the people that are trying to find her. And so she travels through all these different places, chasing down leads, and ends up in some pretty dire situations. So it's a combo of mystery and thriller. And I can't tell you anymore
Ooh.
because that would give away the ending.
Ooh, well, I do love a good thriller and I love mystery. There's something just, I don't know. I always work to see if I can solve the mystery before we get to the end. And I'm not super successful at that. I'm better with cozies, but yes, that sounds amazing. Now, where can I buy it?
So you can buy it online anywhere, and you can buy it in some of our local San Diego bookstores, which is really fantastic.
Ooh,
And there's different formats available. There's audiobook, paperback, and ebook. Well,
awesome. Do you have a website that people could visit?
I do. It's KathrynDodson.com. KathrynDodson.
Perfect. I will make sure that your website is linked in the caption so all of our
Great.
fellow author community can go check out your work. And with that, thank you so much, Kathryn, for taking time out of your day to not only share your insights, but also share your work with us. This has been so great. I have loved getting to know you and chatting with you today. It has been a pleasure.
Thanks, Bekah. Great to talk to you.
All right. Well, this concludes again another coffee break with Bekah. Please go check out Kathryn's work. I have been eyeing those covers this whole time. Fantastic art. I'm so excited to dive into another thriller. Until next time, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Thanks.